How to know your chance of falling. Hi, my name is Doug. I've been a physical therapist for 30 years, and I specialize in helping people with balance problems learn to walk again. One of the main reasons that I see patients is because they've had a fall. One of the best ways to assess whether or not you're at risk for a fall is something called a single leg standing test. You're supposed to be able to stand on one leg for 20 seconds without holding on to something. If you can't do this, then you are actually at risk for a fall. The more trouble you have, the greater your risk. A lot of people trying this find that they can only stand for 1 or 2 seconds on one leg before they come down on the other side. If you find that by doing this test you can only tolerate 1 or 2 seconds of standing on one leg, then this exercise is what I use every day in my clinic to help people regain their balance. These two exercises really work. Okay, now we're going to do weight shift. To do weight shift, you want to grab the back of the chair. You want to put all your weight on one leg, lifting your other leg up to the side, and then go back to the other side. So this exercise is very good at teaching someone to shift their weight. Once I learned this exercise, I was able to help a lot more of my clients who were shuffling. So many people shuffle when they walk. They don't really lift their legs up as they're walking and put their foot in front of them. Instead, they kind of shuffle their feet forward. Some of them even slide it on the ground. Or they really rely on their walker or their cane when they're walking to kind of help them weight shift. So practicing this is a great way to get that skill back again. Your goal is to do it without holding on. Now, if you're struggling right now, if you can't do this without holding on, that's okay. Grab on with both hands. Maybe over time you can get to one hand or one finger, and then practice letting go on a couple of these. Don't give up. It takes time to regain your balance again. I've hardly ever had a patient just see me one time and that's it. It's cured. This type of thing can take weeks, if not months, to get back again. Just depends on what level you're at. But your fear of doing these is really the reason why you haven't been doing as well. And if you can learn to overcome that fear by practicing with something nearby just in case, that's how you get your balance back again. And it is possible. I've done it thousands of times with clients. But a lot of people can't believe that it's possible to get it back again. We're just about done with this one. And I notice I'm really leaning over the leg that I'm standing on. I think we just have 1 or 2 more. And that's it. We're going to do tandem standing. You're going to put one foot in front of the other, holding on the chair while you do that, and then you're going to let go and try to balance for 20 seconds. Now, that's the goal. A lot of you that are doing this program are going to struggle with this. If you're not struggling, great. You could even practice standing on one leg if this is really easy, and you could substitute that for this one. But for most people, this is going to be a big challenge. What you want to do is try to get your feet as close together. You notice that my heel is touching my toe. Now, if that's too hard, and I know a lot of patients that's just too difficult to do, it's really okay to have like 3 inches between your feet when you do it. But your goal is to keep getting your feet closer and closer together and to try to do it for 20 seconds. I'm not demonstrating 20 seconds right now because I think most of the people watching this are struggling. And I also want to show you from both angles. So I'm really just trying to demonstrate. If you're tired at all right now and you want to just take a break, please do. It's okay to stop and stand or to sit down and rest a little bit, but keep trying for the whole 2 minutes as much as you can. If you're really struggling and you got to put a finger there, that's okay, but try to let go. Try to lift that finger up off the chair as much as you can. And like I said, if this is really easy, you can substitute one of the other exercises. I would recommend just standing on one leg right now, but it just depends on what level you're at. We're almost done with this. I think we have time for one more side. And this is a really good beginner balance exercise. And I think we're almost done. Good. Okay, we're going to practice single leg stands. You're going to grab the back of a chair, put one foot on the ground. You're going to shift all your weight over that foot, lifting the other leg up, leaning to that side, and then try to let go. You can keep your hands over the chair if you're worried, but try to let go and stand as long as you can on one leg. Your goal is 20 seconds of standing before you have to grab on and do the other leg. And you want to do that on both legs, right and left. My knee is a little bit bent to protect my joint and help my balance be a little better. And you know, your feet are going to wiggle a lot when you do it. That's normal. Now, at home, you might be really struggling with this. You might think, let go, and you immediately fall back down. Don't be discouraged. A lot of people tell me, I can't do that, so I tell them what to do and they don't practice. Like, I can't do that exercise, too hard. This exercise isn't meant to be easy, and when I give that to my clients, I'm giving it to them because I want them to practice standing on one leg, because I want them to repeatedly challenge their balance, even if it's just for 2 seconds. But a lot of people at home, they might think, oh, because I can't do it, that this is too hard for me. The reason you're having trouble is you're not shifting your weight over your other leg enough. When you stand on your left leg, you got to shift your body weight over onto the left so that both your hips are centered over your left leg. If you're not doing that, that's why you're falling back down the other way. And if you want to stop and rest at any point, please do. You can stand and rest or sit down and rest. But do try this for the full 2 minutes. And you notice I'm not really doing 20 seconds because I'm trying to demonstrate it, but at home, you could definitely do it for longer if you can. I think we just have, this is the last one, actually. We'll just stand on this leg. It's such a great exercise to improve your balance. And we're done. I hope you found this video helpful. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. If you would like more help with your balance, look in the description for a link to a course I created that can help anyone improve their balance at home.